Hopefully I fight Ryan again. If they're not on some whole shit, I text that ass again. Tell them boys to give me 150 M's. I'm coming. Know what I mean?
Gervonta Tank Davis comes out and says that he's the only fighter that everybody wants to see fight everybody, regardless of the weight. It's your boy, Mr. 926, a.k.a. Bushido the Dragon, a.k.a. the Black Mage, a.k.a. I could just do this all day, the two-time demontage champion of the world.
I need y'all to get the likes up, man. Get the likes up.
Check it out, man. Gervonta Tank Davis. Fight coming up with Lamont Roach Jr. Tank Davis looks like he's in shape. He looks like he's already on weight. That's something that we necessarily don't even got to worry about at this point in Gervonta Tank Davis' career. Early on, he used to be chubby in fights, out of shape, stuff like that. But Tank Davis has been very disciplined for quite some time now. But Tank Davis also been very disciplined on social media, and he's been very consistent on social media as far as reacting to the fans more recently and just, whatever the case may be. But this particular fan here says, quote, "You versus Inoue is a fight boxing fans deserve." Tank Davis reacts by saying, "I'm the only fighter y'all want to see in the ring with everybody. Doesn't matter the weight, like what the fuck." Now, Tank Davis, to me, he seems very whiny, right? He's been seeming very whiny and very just irritable lately, just snapping off. This is almost a snap off, right? Almost. Like, what the fuck? Like, no, ain't no like, what the fuck, bro? People want to see you fight these guys, bro. You're one of the most popular fighters in the sport. People see you as one of the more talented guys in the sport. Of course, they're going to want to see you fight everybody. And then your name is Tank. And then you are known for having power. So people believe that you could probably knock out a guy that's probably 2 weight classes higher. And also because, boxing fans really haven't seen you fight too many guys that, I don't want to say nobodies, right? But the other named fighters that boxing fans talk about, we have yet to really see you fight them like that. Ryan Garcia is one of them, right? But we saw what happened with that situation. You put all kinds of clauses on the dude to where he wasn't even the true version of himself in that fight. So boxing fans want to see you fight guys like Inoue. Boxing fans want to see you fight Crawford. Boxing fans want to see you tackle 140. Boxing fans actually want to see you fight somebody in your weight class. Because Lamont Roach isn't even necessarily a lightweight. Lamont Roach is a super featherweight, junior lightweight, moving up to come see you, bro. Yeah, so of course boxing fans want to see you fight. And this is what boxing fans do anyway. Some of the more notable, popular, some of the best fighters always get pitted, always get matched up against some of the fighters in the past. Some of the fighters may be a weight class or 2 higher that they think to compete. Like, this is just what boxing fans do, crybaby. And unfortunately for you, there's still a lot of questions. How good is Tank Davis really? Is he really a pound for pound fighter? Could he go up and beat this guy? Could he fight the monster anyway and beat the monster? I mean, come on, there's a lot of questions. Why? Because people need answers. And you ain't really giving us no answers, bro. Lamont Roach isn't the answer. Lamont Roach could arguably be one of Tank Davis' toughest fights. We'll see. But as of right now, on paper, and for overall appeal from boxing fans, that's just not the answer, bro. So boxing fans want to see Davis versus Stevenson. Davis versus Davis. Right? Davis versus Lopez. You don't even necessarily it don't even gotta be a situation to where it's regardless of the weight. We want to see you fight guys at your weight. Now you fought Frank Martin, but guess what? Frank Martin was on his way up anyway. You fought Mario Barrios at 140 pounds, but guess what? Mario Barrios was on his way up. So guess what? When they on their way up, that means they barely made the weight. They barely making the weight, but they doing it for one good payday before they ride on now and see what happens. There's always some type of like catch It's always like something. It's never just nothing fresh, nothing straight up. Either he a smaller guy coming up or he a bigger guy that's weight drained. Instead of fighting the guys that's in your stacked weight class. We've been talking about Tank versus Loma. Why was we talking about that for so long? Those guys are the same size. Loma was a featherweight fighter too. Never got the fight. And then once Loma was on the cusp of retirement, probably abundance of injuries, shoulder injuries. Now Loma's on his way out. Now you always talking about fighting him. Nah, bro. If you had to fought Loma years ago, there wouldn't even be no questions of Tank Davis fighting because we know Tank Davis would likely beat that guy. So there's a reason why there's a lot of these questions. There's many reasons why there's a lot of these questions. People don't know if you could beat these dudes. People still have questions. Is he really as good as we think? Nothing has been solidified as far as Tank Davis is concerned, other than his popularity in the sport. But of course, people gonna want to see you, bro. I mean, this is what people want to see Tank. Casual fans want to see Tank Davis, bro. I think he should be more. I think he should embrace the position that he's in, bro. Tank Davis absolutely seems to hate the position that he's in. When there's fighters out there, they'll absolutely love to be in his position right now. I don't think Tank Davis should take his for granted. I think Tank Davis should be flattered that people just matching me up with everybody. That means I'm the fucking man. I must be doing something right? But Tank Davis seems to have a bad attitude. Maybe it's the whole training camp thing. You know, fighters do tend to be in a bad mood in training camp. But Tank Davis seems to be more irritable than usual in this particular fight. Maybe it's something with Lamont Roach, who's been radio silent. You haven't heard or seen nothing on Lamont Roach. Tank Davis don't know what's going on with them. They probably can't get no moles over there in the camp, and none of that to find out what's going on. So he's probably feeling a little on edge a little bit about this fight. Tank Davis seems to be on edge about Lamont Roach, and he seems to have a lot more respect for Lamont Roach's opponent than the boxing public is giving him. So this is why I say Lamont Roach, we can't fully overlook Lamont Roach, right? We just can't fully overlook Lamont Roach because Tank Davis himself is not even overlooking this dude. And I think Tank Davis is taking him as just as serious as like this is like a super big fight. It's just not a real popular fight. It's just not a lot of buildup. There's just not a lot of box fans that's too privy of who Lamont Roach is. We go find out when these two guys step in the ring, though. But Tank versus Inoue is the fight that fans deserve. I mean, I guess, you know, I never necessarily was Inoue is just like way, I don't know. Tank Davis isn't necessarily the biggest lightweight. Inoue probably walks around. I'm not quite sure what Inoue could possibly walk around at. But what I do know that Inoue was like 120 some pounds. Well, I don't know. Maybe Inoue and Tank Davis could meet, you know, maybe at a catchweight. I don't think Tank Davis can get that low anymore. But that's not a fight I was necessarily checking for. Not like that, because I don't know. I think Inoue is one of the three kings in boxing, but Tank Davis, I think Tank Davis will get him. I just think Tank will get him. Inoue's getting older. He's getting hit a lot more in fights. And Tank Davis, regardless of whatever he be saying on social media to make you feel a certain type of way, he is a good-ass fighter. But as far as the whole everybody want to see me fight everybody regardless of weight, that's because you one of the more popular fighters in boxing and people actually like Gervonta Tank Davis. I think he should embrace this. But tell me what you guys think. Who do you want to see Gervonta Tank Davis fight? Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.